You know how frustrating it can be to stand at the pool edge, watching the skimmer chase the same patch of debris over and over, only to realize you've wasted an hour and still have a thin film on the waterline? Most of us buy a robotic pool cleaner hoping it will be the set-and-forget solution, but we end up wondering if we've just paid for a fancy paperweight. If you're looking for something that actually lives up to the promise of reliable, low-maintenance cleaning without turning your garage into a storage closet, you're in the right place. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Dolphin Proteus DX5i is the newest entry in Dolphin's long-standing line of pool robots, and it's built for in-ground pools up to about 50 feet long. Right away, you can tell the designers were thinking about real-world logistics. The unit ships in a compact caddy that rolls on a small wheel, so you can slide it from the pool house to the ladder without having to wrestle a bulky box. The caddy doubles as a storage stand, keeping the robot upright and out of the sun when you're not using it, which helps prevent the plastic from fading or cracking over the years. What sets this model apart is the Wi-Fi connectivity. Using Dolphin's app, you can schedule clean cycles, start or stop the robot, and even watch a live map of where the vacuum has been. For a lot of owners, that means you can fire it up from the kitchen while you're making dinner and come back to a sparkling pool. No need to hop out of the house and manually press a button on the unit itself. The always connected claim holds up in my tests. The app stayed linked as long as the pool's Wi-Fi extender was within range, and the robot responded within a few seconds to start commands. Now, let's talk about the actual cleaning performance. The Proteus DX5i comes with a wall scrubbing brush that rotates at a higher speed than Dolphin's older models. In a typical residential pool with a mix of fine sand, leaf litter, and occasional algae streaks, the robot managed to pull most of the loose debris from the bottom and also gave the side walls a noticeable polish. It's not a high-pressure pressure washer, but it does enough to keep the visible scum line at bay, which is where most homeowners notice a problem. If your pool has a lot of heavy, fibrous debris, like pine needles or large twigs, you'll still need a manual brush now and then, but the robot handles the everyday muck very well. Filter care is another area where the DX5i tries to simplify things. The filter cartridge is designed to pop out with a single latch, and the manufacturer includes a quick-release bag for emptying the collected dirt. I found that a quick rinse under the garden hose clears it in under a minute, and the bag catches most of the fine particles so they don't clog the pump. That said, you still have to remember to clean the filter after every few cycles. The robot will warn you via the app, but if you ignore the notification, you'll notice a dip in suction power. It's a small chore, but one that's far easier than disassembling a traditional suction cleaner. Who should actually consider the Proteus DX5i? First, owners of medium-sized in-ground pools, up to 50 feet, who want a hands-off cleaning routine and are comfortable using a smartphone app. If you already have a reliable Wi-Fi network around the pool area and you enjoy the convenience of scheduling cleanups while you're at work, this robot fits naturally into that lifestyle. It also appeals to people who value the Dolphin brand's reputation. The Dolphin Legacy isn't just marketing fluff. The company has been in the pool care business for decades, and their service centers are fairly easy to reach if something goes wrong. On the flip side, skip this model if you have a small above-ground pool, a rental property where you can't install a permanent power outlet near the water, or a budget that can't stretch to a premium robot. The unit needs a 120V outlet within a few feet of the pool for its power cable. You can't just run it on a battery pack. Also, if you're the type of swimmer who prefers to keep the water chemistry perfectly balanced and you're already spending a lot of time on chemicals, adding a robot that stirs the water may require a bit more monitoring to avoid cloudiness. Finally, families with very young children should be aware that the robot is not child-proof. The caddies can roll away if it's left on a slope, so you'll want to lock it in place when not in use. One hidden trade-off I noticed is the learning curve for the app. The interface is clean, but there are a few settings, like edge cleaning intensity and filter backflush frequency, that aren't explained in the Quick Start guide. You'll have to spend a few minutes in the app's help section to fine-tune those options, which,